Here we go, episode 12. We're back here at the Sunspears Great Hall. Again, so many episodes have started here at the Great Hall, but things have really kind of escalated a little bit. At the end of the last episode, we killed General Kayet, who was Varesh is the leader of Corner at the moment, and Kayet was like her personal mentor for many years. And Kayet had like all these crazy beliefs about Abaddon and about this Nightfall thing, and basically she was evil, and things got out of hand pretty quickly, and we ended up killing her, which was a good thing, but we have no evidence that she was really a bad person. So really we've just got a situation now where a Cornan has died on Istani soil, and yeah, things are going to get pretty bad. So let's speak to Castellan Puba and get the next primary quest, which is the Iron Truth. He says the death of General Kayet is very disturbing. I understand there was little choice in the matter, but this will not go over well with the Cornans. Report this to Jarek personally. I don't need to tell you this, but he won't be very understanding of the situation. So yeah, let's go see Jarek. Jarek, of course, is the guy who stepped in while Cormier's gone away. Cormier's away because all these rifts kind of appeared in various places around the world recently, and she's sort of gone to recruit heroes from other places, from Tyria and from Cantha, which we've seen in the previous series. And if we go quickly, we might even see her dramatic return in this episode. So, Jarek, you killed General Kayet? I don't care what she said as she died, demons or a Corsair Armada. It doesn't matter. A Cornan general was slain on Istani soil by a Sunspear. I won't let this escalate to war, not on my watch. If it does happen, this will fall on Cormier and her folly. I will take this directly to Elder Sul. There will be a tribunal to determine the truth of these allegations. You will need to present proof of your claims. If Kayet was working with Corsairs, you may want to bring in this Iron Fist character in to testify. Try talking to that no-good savage Nunbei in the Black Tide Den. He's always ratting out various Corsairs to stay off the Istani prison ships. So when we went to see Kayet, she was meant to be having this an interview? No, not an interview. She was meant to be meeting this Iron Fist guy. She was paying off the Corsairs to attack us, and she was going to be meeting this Iron Fist person, who for some reason didn't turn up. We turned up, we went, we found her, but this Iron Fist guy was nowhere to be seen. So yeah, let's see if we can get him in, because if anyone's going to testify for us, be it a Corsair or not, we need someone to back up our claims. So let's get Dunkoro and Maloney back in and find Savage Nunbei. There he is. So Savage Nunbei was the Corsair that we spoke to, and he was the one who told us about the meeting in the first place. Alright, time to talk, Nunbei. He says, please don't arrest me, I'll tell you what I know. Captain Minderbear and Iron Fist are meeting in the Metani Keys to discuss the future. Look, I'm in enough trouble as it is, so I can't testify to anything, but maybe you'll have better luck convincing Iron Fist. Okay, so he probably won't go down without a fight. So, Iron Fist, this Captain Minderbear, he's like... the Corsairs, I think the idea is that, you know, there's lots of like individual guilds make up the Corsairs. They're a bit like the Crimson Skull in that respect. But, or were the Crimson Skull a guild on their own? I can't remember. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Yeah, but Captain Minderbear, he's kind of, in a weird way, their leader. So yeah, let's go back out. We're going back into the Metani Keys. Such an amazing explorer area, and actually, if I remember correctly, this quest takes you really far into the Keys. It takes you like all the way down to this island here. So I might cut it because we've already seen it, but then I don't know. It is very nice. I love this explorable. So where are we going? Yeah, look at that. Yeah, oh, I was exactly right. Okay, so we have to go all the way down there. Nice long walk. Oh my god, look at this. Look, there's some Istani cultists dancing around a scale-like boss called Bloodback Morob. Wow, I'm pretty sure that... Oh, what's Milan saying? She says, hunt down Iron Fist. Oh yeah, I've been waiting for this for a long time. Oh, so I guess Iron Fist's a bit of a character. Wow, that's awesome though. So there's some Istani here worshipping Scale. Let's take him out. Okay, so they're running off to fight and the Scale aren't. So it looks like there's a corsair ship out there. There's also some... Oh, I wonder... Yeah, can you see this thing up here? These statues. I might put the description of them in the description for this episode. These statues, they're supposedly... From what I remember, I haven't read about these for a long time, but from what I remember... Can you see that island out there with the big kind of carving on it? There's supposed to be 2 of those, and they kind of look out to the seas, and they're supposed to be kind of, you know... symbolic protectors of the Istani, kind of looking out to the oceans, making sure that no attackers come or whatever. And we're near Jarek's ship, actually. I didn't intend to come this way, but we are near Jarek's ship. So, lots of corsairs around here. These are obviously the corsairs that he was talking about, that we're trying to plunder. And you can see the big block of jade as well. Let's finish them off before we have a look around, shall we? So there's a treasure chest here. Wow, the ship really has a number done on it. Wow, okay, so cool. This is another, you remember that we found the buried treasure before. This is the other kind of chest like that. So this time we got 500 gold and a portal star. Pretty nice. Looks like the corsairs set up a little bit of a camp here. Or maybe that was Jarek after he ran aground. And here are the fish inside the block of jade he was talking about. This is what he was trying to transport to Vabi. More corsairs. Oh, and look, there's even more jade here. They carried quite a lot then, didn't they? So yeah, all of them have got a little bit, a few fish in each of them. So yeah, that was the ship. I'm glad we got to see that eventually, actually. And how close are we to... Oh, we're quite close to the meeting place as well. You see, it's just corsairs all over the place here. See, this is what I'm talking about. Just seeing an island in the distance and just being able to run around. If we don't see areas like this in Guild Wars 2, I will be very disappointed. Especially since we can swim in Guild Wars 2 now. I will be really disappointed. You know, it's just kind of this island paradise kind of feel to it. Despite all these horrible scale everywhere. Might as well come activate this shrine over here. So this is a shrine to Milan. I have no idea what's in this temple place. I don't think it's ever talked about. But yeah, there's a bit of a temple here. Can't get into it. Maybe remains of something that they were going to add but never had time to. Who knows? Okay, so here we go. Lots of corsairs, and you can see their iron fists. And he's hostile. I hope that doesn't mean we have to kill him. I do want him to testify for us. And in the background, you can see obviously over there on the horizon, that's the other statue. Okay, Iron Fist, are you going to fight? Are you going to make this difficult? Alright, looks like he is. Alright, he's going to make it hard, but he's not going to make it difficult. Alright, okay, so he's given up. Alright, get to talking, Iron Fist. He says, such noble Sunspears, I've raided your villages since I could carry a weapon. I would trust me as far as you can throw that spear. So the noble Sunspears need my help. What an interesting turn of events. I guess my life is worth a few words. Assuming Elder Saul doesn't send me off to a prison ship when all is said and done. I'll come peacefully and testify during your little tribunal, but only if the Sunspears grant me amnesty. It seems we have a deal then. Okay, so he's going to testify for us. Probably not a very good idea, getting a Corsair to testify for us, but we don't really have another choice, do we? Wow, look at that sea. Very nice. Okay, alright, so let's go back. Looks like we have the evidence we need. Okay, Jarek. So, you found Iron Fist, did you? That should at least help keeping you from embarrassing Elder Saul. Seems Morgan himself will appear to answer for Varesh. So remember, General Morgan, Varesh, we know of 2 of her generals so far. We knew of Kayet, who we killed, and we also knew of General Morgan, who we've met. We played some war games with him a while ago. Judging by the atmosphere in the consulate, provincial relations have gotten extremely tense, and there's still no sign of Cormier. How very typical of her. Remain close, the tribunal will begin soon. So it looks like we're going to have a bit of a trial without Cormier here. He says, General Morgan has arrived from Corner. Let me tell you how the tribunal will go. You will stand alone before 22 individuals, 11 from Corner and 11 from Istan. They will ask you a series of questions and allow you to call people to present statements on your behalf. During the testimony, the tribunal members will be able to cast votes to resolve the truth of the matter. Once you are ready, we will head there immediately. I am ready. Okay, so this is an awesome bit. I haven't done this for ages, so I don't know all the best things. This is another reason why I love Nightfall. This is freaking amazing. Okay, so you can see, like these, think of these bars as being in which nations the favour of the tribunal is going. So if the Sunspears are really high, we're presenting a good case. If the Cornins bar is going really high, we're presenting a really bad case. And basically you get lots of options here, and you get to decide how you want to go about convincing these Cornins that Kayet was bad and trying to avert war. But sometimes you'll say the right thing, sometimes you say the bad thing. I can't remember what's what, so this should be quite fun. I'm just going to go with what I'd probably pick in real life. So here we are. Elder Saul says we are gathered here to answer allegations brought against the Cornin government. There have been claims of inciting aggressive corsair activity against Istan and of summoning forbidden evils. You will represent your order, the Sunspears. General Morgan will represent Corner. As the accuser, you will be asked questions, Jesus Christ, they're reading fast, and may call individuals to make statements. As a representative of the defending party, General Morgan will have the ability to respond in kind. And Morgan said, thank you, Elder Soul. It is Corner's position that General Kayet was acting independent of War Marshal Varesh and the government of Corner. The unfortunate events that occurred were merely a coincidence stemming from current Sunspear activity under the leadership of Cormir. Elder Soul says, please summon your first representative. Okay, so that is not the stance I thought Morgan was going to take, but okay. Alright, so we can see here, who have we got? We've got Koss has come with us, Iron Fist has turned up. Who else have we got? We've got Meloni and Dunkoro. Lots of Corner nobles. I wonder what these people have to say. I must admit, when I play through this, usually I don't speak to these people. Dunkoro says, choose your words carefully. The slightest implication will have great repercussions. Meloni says, don't let the Cornins get away with this. They have done enough to harm Elona. Meloni really hates the Cornins, doesn't she? Koss says, don't sweat it. If the Cornins want to fight, we'll bring it to them. Koss just being typically mindless. And Iron Fist said, such nobles... Oh, okay, so he's just saying the same thing we heard before. Okay, alright. Cool, my voice is going a little bit. Right, so... Oh yeah, and also, if I start speaking really badly during this, I'm really, really tired today, guys. I was up till like 4 o'clock in the morning watching a live stream from PAX East, which was really good, but it does mean I'm absolutely shattered today. Okay, so Morgan as well. He says, Varesh Ossa may be a stern ruler, but it's preposterous to think that she would intentionally hurt Elona. Okay, so we want... So, to choose our representative, we can call in Iron Fist, Talcora, Koss, Meloni, or Dunkoro. I'm going to go with Dunkoro just because he's, you know, he's a tactician, he's level-headed, he's usually got the right things to say. Okay, Dunkoro, up you come. So, we're trying to say that Corner's bad and, you know... He says, those from Istan know me, those from Corner know of my work. I cannot count the Cornan villages or the Istani fishing fleets I have personally protected against corsairs and monsters over the years. I don't say this to brag, I say it because in all my years of fighting darkness I have never experienced more evil than what Kayet, and by association Varesh, released at Farina. If you stand by and let Varesh continue, we will have more to face than merely corsairs and rabid plants. Okay. That sounds fair, Dunkoro. We do have to stop the Cornins before they go too far. We do, of course, know Kayet was talking about how she took some knowledge from Farina, but she gave it to Varesh already, so even though we've killed her, I guess that hasn't really fixed things up. Okay, so now Morgan wants to speak. He says, your first claim is that Varesh and Kayet are responsible for what happened at the first city, Farina. What exactly was the Sunspears' involvement? Okay, so we can say that the first city of Farina was the home of the original Sunspears back in dynastic times. Cormir ordered it excavated. We can say that we responded to the evil that was released. Without us, the Apocrypha would have killed hundreds. We arrived and found many of our diggers decimated and consumed with some darkness. See, now, the first option is true. Cormyr was ordering it to be excavated. These people wouldn't have died if Cormyr didn't order it to be excavated. I personally don't see that the Apocrypha would have killed hundreds. It seemed to have been there dormant for a long time. But then again, the Cornins were fiddling around in there because Kayet was in there, and so maybe it would have come out and attacked. I don't know. I'm going to go with this because this is the fact that loads of people had died is the only reason we went in. I mean, Cormyr wanted it excavated, but that wasn't why I was going to get involved. I got involved because people were dying. So, yes, because they were dying. So Morgan says, as much as you would like to claim heroics, there is proof that your leader, Cormyr, is responsible for the excavation of this area. Ouch. So he did know. Okay. It was cursed and off its limits for a reason. Yet, in her hubris, Cormyr felt the need to investigate something better left alone. Oh, okay, so that didn't work in our favour at all. Oh shit, okay. Alright, Elder Sul. Our next representative. We can call Talcora, but I don't remember even seeing her, so... Milani just hates Corner, I wouldn't want her to talk. Kos is an idiot though. And our only other option is Iron Fist, who's a Corsair. Alright, I'm going with Kos just because, you know, he's been my bro since the start. Hopefully he doesn't act like a complete moron. Go on, Kos. Be tactful, okay? He says, my connections informed me about Cornins paying off Corsairs and also of dark ceremonies involving demons. Your connections? You're scarcely more than a Corsair yourself. I hope you have better representatives, Sul. Oh, Kos. Hey, I'm not a Corsair. I don't look like a Corsair, do I? Okay, just be quiet. Well, that didn't go very well at all, did it? Is that it? Is that seriously all you had to say? Oh. Okay. Alright, back to General Morgan. That didn't go very well, did it? He says, please explain the Sunspears' involvement with the Corsairs in regards to these events surrounding Kayet's death. We stopped the next Corsair invasion of Istani. A Corsair armada was being funded by Corner. Sunspears kill Corsairs. We didn't do anything out of the ordinary. I'm going to say that because a Corsair armada was being funded by Corner. This information you obtained was through less than legal contact with direct enemies of Istani. In fact, Iron Fist is here today due to an Istani bribe. We didn't bribe him, we threatened him. The very fact you have dealings with these cutthroats throws doubts on all of your statements. Oh no, not going well. Not going well, okay. Choose your representative. Oh. I want to say Talcora, but she's not. I know what happens. I know what happens if you pick Talcora. She's not here, if you guys notice. If you pick her, it just looks really bad because you're like, okay, Talcora comes, but she's not even here. I'm going. Oh, I'll still choose Milani over a Corsair. Sorry. Just after what Kos said, you know, there's no point bringing Corsairs into it. He obviously doesn't trust anything to do with a Corsair, so I'd rather go with her. I have seen firsthand the evil Varesh has wreaked upon the Elon and my village of Ronjok. So the Elon is a big river that flows through Corner. Sorry. She dams the river and enslaves the centaurs. She would strike at the very gods next. Ah, Ronjok, were you not exiled from your own village for causing trouble at the waterworks? A project that keeps our crops growing, putting more food on the table for all Corner? You wouldn't expect these wise and noble people to hold War Marshal Varesh accountable for wanting to see her people fed and nourished rather than starving and dying. No wonder it is no longer your village. Oh. So I just want you guys to know I'm doing terribly. You can do reasonably well on this. It looks like there's no choice but to do badly, but you can do reasonably well on it. The outcome, it never matters on the eventual outcome though. Alright, back to Morgan. What is your stance towards Corner? We are at peace with Corner. Corner and Istani are kindred provinces. There was peace, and hopefully there will still be peace. I'm just going to go bare bones. We're at peace. I don't particularly like them. I've seen... Well, yeah, okay. We're at peace. That's all I'm going to say. Yet one of Corner's generals is dead on Istani soil. If Kayet hadn't been acting on her own accord after the rest of Varesh's entourage had left, this would be grounds for war between our provinces. I see no standing for the Istani accusations at this point. Oh, and even that didn't go very well. Oh, Talcora came. I'm back. I heard Cormir was coming back to Camadan, and I went to get her. Is that okay? Oh, Cormir's here. Cormir! Help us. What is going on here? Why are my people being persecuted? She says the Sunspears will not stand idle while Varesh also harms Elona. The general says, Spear Marshal Cormir, your followers have made some wild and baseless accusations. Quiet, General. I've seen firsthand that these charges against Varesh Ossa are neither wild nor baseless. She should be standing here in judgment, not my Sunspears. Apparently, I have returned just in time, and I've brought allies from Cantha and Tyria. As leader of the Sunspears, I demand that War Marshal Varesh step down and turn herself over for judgment. She has been trafficking with dark forces. For the good of all of Elona, this must stop. Or else what, Cormir? War? You will find the War Marshal more than willing to face you in battle. We are done here, Sul. I must return to Gandara to speak with the War Marshal. I don't know what will come of this, but if you value Istan's future, I strongly advise you to ignore Cormir's wild ravings. Oh my god, okay, so looks like war is on the horizon. Quest updated, trial by fire, complete. So I believe now we can actually go up to the top, can we? The nobles kind of step out of our way. War is costly in both gold and soldiers. It must be avoided. Oh, is that all you people have to say? We have no issue with the Cornans. Why do they insist on war? I cannot imagine that either Vabi or Corner would allow war in Istan. The very idea is ludicrous. Saul says, careful, Sunspear. Do not needlessly jeopardize our peace with Corner. Okay, I'm done talking to those guys. Don't want to bore everyone. So, that was the trial by fire. That is one of, in my opinion, one of the highlights of this storyline. I just really like it. It's got a kind of depth to it, you know. Let's go see Pooba. This isn't looking good though. Not looking good at all. The clouds of war are gathering. Yet, if we don't wish to be dominated by the Cornans, so it must be. Come, we have much to attend to. So now we hit the war preparations. So we get 3 quests you see here. I'm going to do them one at a time. And these are about getting Istan ready for war. What else can I say? That's what it's about. So the first one, recruit training. I hope you have a strong stomach. Dunkoro and Kos have been preparing battle plans. The current assessment is that we don't have enough support ships to stage a successful assault. That is to say, once we arrive at our destination, we may not get back. Cormir is waiting on the plains of Jarin to brief you. There's much work to be done in terms of recruiting and training. Make sure everything is done in a timely manner. Are you ready? I'm as ready as I'll ever be. So obviously we've already got a lot of new forces. We've got help on Cormir's side from Tyria and Cantha. That's when our good friends Peter and Tom will have come here, and we'll be meeting those eventually. Well, we might not actually meet them, but we will meet them. So let's go out into the plains of Jarin. Okay, and you can ignore me with what I just said there, where I said we won't meet them, but we will. Just put that down to the fact I'm very tired. So yeah, that's the end of this episode. I'll see you guys next time for war.